Do we get all the buttons pushed? Are we? Is it working? All right, the stream's up.
Right,
We're
we
on
are
cameras.
back. Buddy, good to go. Sheet. So there is a potion of greater healing in the party sheet, seemingly left over.
Well, I don't know what Quint's got left on his character sheet, but I haven't got that for you.
Unclaimed, so it's gone. And you did find the gem, the prism, uh, glows kind of brightly.
Ah, it's too bright. I don't want it.
Yeah, customer support bot's gonna be like, yeah, here's this weird shiny thing. I don't want it.
All right, you think you've got about another round or two before that group of people that Quint was watching is going to arrive here. And Quint, you can start to make out a little bit of what they look like, and they're not human.
Well, Quint's inside now. Remember?
Oh, right.
He's not up on the roof anymore. He's he's searching this guy and real quick, but he's also stuffing him under the stage there, so he doesn't. He wants to question him, but he doesn't want the guards to know that he's got a body.
All right. It looks like about 6 of guys that kind of look like this.
They don't look like guards.
Wow.
They are running towards the area. They're a little nicer dressed than this, but yeah, that's kind of what they look like. What do you want to do?
Maybe if we stick around, they'll know who stole our stuff. We can get it back.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know. My insight check on a DM says we should probably run.
You have advantage on that one.
Maybe we can give somebody 2 silver and they can show us where to get robbed.
No, we already did that.
Well, I say we go this
time
way
It's gotta work.
and meld into the crowd.
All right. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's.
Okay. You head out into the town. You kind of don't really know where you're going, but after wandering around a little bit,
Quinn wants to mark a path back here. Like
to this particular set of buildings.
To the stage, basically, where he stashed the body.
Okay.
You know, just a little X here, a little arrow there, you know, with his dagger or whatever. This is the alleyway. This is the trash can with the, you know.
To have a rough idea of where you are, let me pin that on the map. I'm going to change the name of the map to the Sewall Street where Quint stashed the body. All right, so you start wandering around a little ways, and after twisting and turning and all of these people, you notice that the houses up ahead look a little bit larger, and then it opens up into a big kind of empty space, a big empty thing, and there's a road kind of going up to the north, and right in front of you is a whole bunch of camels and mules pulling on carts, and it looks like there's a lot of commerce going on back and forth. and that people are yelling at you to get out of the way as they look kind of like barges, except they hover just a bit above the ground as they slide over the sand and don't require wheels. Um, as a bunch of traders go back and forth, and you think you're kind of in the center of the main causeway. Looking to the north, you can see there's a city gate. Um, and a lot of the traffic seems to be flowing south from here and then towards the east. That's where you hear the most noise, is to the east and a little bit to the south.
Should we ask somebody for a good place to stay?
Maybe one of those raven folk can help us out.
I mean, it looks like a main area. Is there some place that looks like it might be like a lodging house?
Do we see a little hut
I'm
in
able to
front
read
of
the
the house?
signs and stuff. Are there any shop
Uh,
signs and things?
Not in this particular area. There is a lot of people arguing back and forth. They look like they're haggling over shipment prices, and there's a constant stream of these carts coming in from the north, and then some of them are parking here, and some of them are proceeding on, and you might be exiting via one of the other gates, but you don't know where those other gates are.
Well, why don't one of you two fly up and get a better view of the city, see where we are, so we can head toward the center of the city?
Quint squints and looks over at Tarian. I think you're more suited in this bright light.
All right, he will. Tyrion will, but he'll stay kind of in right near a building or something, just to try to not be as obvious to draw a ton of attention to himself.
Look at these boots. They're so cool. You could just steal them right while we're sleeping.
Yeah, as he floats up, he's gonna be flexing and like showing off.
These are
Hold
my
the prism.
boots.
Hold the prism up.
You fly up a little ways, and this is kind of what you see. Oh, I gave it to. Yeah, you should have it on your end. I didn't share it to everyone else, so you can kind of see roughly where you are. You're actually located right here, right now. Nope, you made your way out to the main area there. So that token is kind of where you guys are currently situated. And it's loud. There's people haggling, arguing. It's dusty. It's hot. Um, but again, lush gardens everywhere you see on rooftops, fruit trees. There seems to be a lot of water available for some reason that doesn't make any sense, because you can tell you're in the middle of a desert.
All right, I'm gonna come back down, and I'm gonna try to direct them like a little bit east down one of the. Because we came from west of this, right?
Yes, you started roughly here.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna like direct them east,
Well,
like southeast to down
the
this main road.
gate that you entered to was here. The house that they took you through was through this warren of maze of houses back in here. And then you guys wandered your way out into the main area there. So kind of rough, what direction are you wanting to head into?
Oh, like 14, 15, like down this
14,
main,
15?
yeah, bigger
Okay.
road. Say this
All
seems
right.
like a main pass. We'll see if we find something.
So you start heading down 14, 15, that area. The pathway goes, there's again plenty of cart travel along the way. As you pass 14, you notice there's a big sign, and Certegos, you read that it says hospital up on the sign. And to the south of you, you see. Do I have a picture? You see this symbol over the door, and standing next to it is a statue that looks like this. And Terry, and that's 15 on the map. You can roughly direct them. And the path continues. Path continues along. You're going to keep going, or
I want to stop in the hospital real quick, see what they're doing. Is it a temple or is it just first aid? You know, using leeches, spells.
all of the above. So you go in, and it's pretty obvious that the level of treatment you receive depends on your economic status. There's people who are being bandaged and you know various poultices applied and stuff, and then there's people who are being much more carefully cared for and being administered magical healing or things of that nature. So it's definitely a hospital. You don't see any worship per se, so it doesn't look like a temple of to any particular deity. It truly is just a hospital. Are you asking them anything, or
So
just
I'm going to
observing?
see if what it would cost for Tyrion and I to get a little bit of help.
They would be happy to. What level of help are you seeking? They can bind your wounds, for a few silver. Um, if you require magical healing, then the costs will be increased from there.
Well, if I had to quantify
Ah,
it, say a level 1 or level 2 healing spell.
Terry says, "I'm fine. I don't trust doctors."
All right. So they will cast a level 1 cure wounds on you for 30 gold. It's cheaper than a potion of healing.
All right. So I'll take 2.
Okay. You apply those to yourself.
I can.
Go for it.
Can I get a
I'm
table or something here? Excuse me, is there a booth or do we just sit
You,
anywhere?
you can sit on the floor anywhere. If you want a private room, that's 150 a night
Oh,
for a
the
private room
floor's
in the hospital.
fine. Quinn feels down at his pouch that's missing.
You get lime jello for free.
Yeah.
A short rest would give me probably all my hit points back. At least I
curious
have
about this statue.
Mhm.
So it looks is this statue, I know it's just a statue, so maybe it's hard to tell, but like, does it look like this person is wearing a mask, or is their head actually like a bird?
There's no indication that it's a mask
Okay,
at all.
because this is I've been playing D&D for a long time, and seeing a bird with hair is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that is a little creepy.
It's
While
just
Sir Tegus,
feathers that look like hair, though.
Real,
Kakama.
really long feathers, right?
No, I don't think so. Plus, he has skin
Right.
on his arms and his legs.
Yeah.
Aarakocra do not.
Yeah, he's
um,
weird.
He's part
yeah, he's
snipe.
funny looking.
He's part snipe.
I think it's just wild magic gone wrong. Or right.
But this is not like anything that I've ever heard of,
No.
right? Okay.
When you
You've
pick
never
the
heard of
dagger
this.
up, your transforms into a
Are you trained in religion?
birdman.
I am not.
Yes.
Quint's like, this is religious?
Hermes is Sif's counterpart, but I'm not sure who Thoth is. I can't find him in my notes.
Yeah, I believe Sertagas would know that Thoth is a deity, um, but he doesn't know who his analog is in the north.
Uh,
Yeah,
while
if he sees you
we're
looking at him, I'll say, yeah, Hermes is. You see the wings on his feet? Deity of speed, like Sif. I do not know who this Thoth is.
Just ask someone. That guy knows. Quint points to a guy that's wearing a beak thing.
That guy probably does know.
Right? Just,
Probably. Who are you asking? Sorry.
Quint points to somebody who looks like there's in charge.
They're in charge. Well, there's people coming in and out.
Yeah, but is there
Of
somebody
the
up there with a
building.
book open that's got a dagger in his hand and he's preaching?
No, there's nobody preaching anything. It's just the statue, and then there's people going in and out. Most of them seem to be carrying books or parchment papers, scrolls, papyrus scrolls.
That's
Um,
that's a good one to ask. Psst, hey, psst, you with the book. Can we ask you a question? Yeah,
I
you.
don't under under understand.
Oh, try
Speak.
speaking slower and louder.
Oh,
He seems confused by what you're saying.
because I'm speaking common, right?
Uh-huh. You don't happen to speak
Ask him.
Nurian.
I push Terry or Sir Tegas. Ask him. Do you speak that language?
I'm going to look around and see who's and ask the person who cast the spell on me if who Thoth is, what he's the deity, who he represents.
So he goes ahead and smiles at you. You must be foreign from far away, are you? Uh, Thoth Hermes is the deity of knowledge, of travel, and trickery, commonly worshipped by scholars and scribes and thieves and wizards.
So I will pass that on. Right up your alley there, Quint.
So, where's our
Maybe you
stuff?
should throw him a couple gold.
When you say
So,
alley,
I,
Blink kind of goes, ah!
if they give me my bag back, I'll give them a couple gold. It was in my bag,
All his coins were in the bag.
along with a nice set of plate mail that I forgot was in there.
A very special set of plate mail.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Somebody's
that'll
gonna
be fine.
somebody's gonna pull it out. It's gonna just attack them.
At least it'll take it a
Have
long
they
time to get home.
have they heard of the gravediggers?
Well, that's assuming it goes home.
True.
The Ask them if they've heard of the.
I'll go find Tyrion and let him know there's not. There are not doctors. There are clerics. If you wish to have your wounds healed, it's a little less expensive than buying potions.
all right. Well, maybe I'll just go take a nap later.
Grave binders. Ask them if they know anything about the grave binders.
So I'll ask.
Uh,
My friend wishes to know if you have any information on the Gravebinders.
the grave binders deal with the dead. We here deal with the living. Um, but yes, there is a group who call themselves the Gravebinders. Primarily, they work with and interact with the necropolis outside of town. Generally, when our efforts fail, we call them and they take over.
What direction is that?
The necropolis is shortly outside of the eastern gate. That's also where the Gravebinders live.
I feel like CSB at this point would try to shortcut this whole process and just murder a random person so that the Gravebinders would come get them.
W-
Well,
if-
I'm playing CSB and he doesn't do that.
What what do they know
Well,
of the monkey stealing bird people?
There are many thieves in the town. One must be careful when traveling and trust no one really. Uh, there are some good people. Uh, the followers of Thoth Hermes, for example, know quite a bit. But those raven folk are particularly untrustworthy. And just as a aside, you may want to steer clear of the guards. Those gnolls are brutal and ruthless.
If we were to be robbed by some of these raven folk and they took something that was inherently very dangerous for the city, who do we contact to try to warn them?
Well, you could try heading to the guardhouse. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but if it's truly a danger to the whole city, then you could try the barracks. It's just inside of the eastern gate.
Well, if we wanted to bypass the legalities and seek the leaders of the raven folk.
The Raven folk are not a unified group or clan. Um, I'm certain what you came across was just a single band, not part of any larger organization. The the Sultan tries to keep law and order here, and organized crime is at a minimum because the penalty is the loss of a limb for any form of theft, and any form of crime against nobility is punishable immediately by death. The Sultan's law is absolute.
Even foreign dignitaries.
I have no knowledge of such things. Perhaps if your foreign dignitary has a diplomatic relationship with the Sultan, but if not, it's doubtful you would ever get close enough to the Sultan to even question.
Do we sit here long enough to get a short rest?
Yeah, I can push a short rest. Short rest pushed.
Give me some hit die love. I'm just gonna roll one because I get double back.
And Certegas.
10.
Would you be in your discussion with this temple guard about the necropolis and the gravebinders? Would you be using investigation or persuasion to try and get more info out of him?
It would either be persuasion or religion.
So at this point, customer support pot starts getting bored and starts just throwing coins at this guy, like gold coins.
He looks surprised and down on himself and snaps his fingers, and
He-
one of the little acolyte comes running out and starts cleaning it up, takes it off in the back.
He has a rare form of idiocracy when it comes to donations.
Did you want me to roll persuasion?
Yes, please. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. All right. So far, you
7 gold.
in discussing with him, you mentioned the grave binders, and he says, I heard a rumor recently that may be of interest to you. Apparently the grave binders are in a bit of trouble. They've requested assistance in dealing with the undead in the Grand Necropolis. A very unusual fact, to be sure. But also that the problem with the undead is occurring during the day, which completely violates the law of the necropolis.
Could say
Very well. I appreciate the information. And
more daylight work. I didn't sign up for this.
we'll indicate CSB's offering.
This country is the worst.
The necropolis is open day and night. You're welcome to visit it at night, but you won't catch me there.
Oh, you
Quint-
go and hang out there during the day?
I have visited in the past to intern family members. It's generally quite safe enough during the daytime, but not at night. Not according to the law of the necropolis.
Right, so we will leave. So Quint, do you want to try to find your... Tomorrow I can help locate your goods. Or we can go to the necropolis if you would like. What do we want to do?
Well, we are here to seek out the gravedigger tractor pull guy. What?
I mean, how attached is everyone to their stuff? Like, do we need to get it back, or are we just going to abandon it?
Oh, Quinn wants his shit back.
I mean, it'd be nice. I don't desperately need anything that I had back, but there was a lot of stuff in there.
There's also the NPC bad plate mail guy in my bag of holding.
Wait, why'd we keep him?
What else was we supposed to do with him? He kept getting back up.
Just leave him there?
We hadn't destroyed him.
All right, yeah, we should probably get that back.
I was not playing my character when y'all stuffed him in there. I just want you to know that. It's Sven.
So in Quint's pouch was the plate mail that comes to life, whose whole purpose is to seek out those mirror shards. And in CSB's pouch is the mirror shards.
So he'll probably solve our problem because he'll kill those guys, and then he'll come find us.
You think he'll bring my
Was
bag?
CSB's pouch stolen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I have that. CSB has that shiny thing.
Prism?
Yeah. What I did we sit with it long enough to know more about this? Or?
Yes, I identified it in the party sheet. You guys received a gem of brightness.
No, thank you.
Which you can use does not require attunement, and you can use it to like blind people and
It sounds so
like that.
CSB bot kind of something going on there.
He's lucky they didn't
5
steal his circlet
charges
of
to
blasting off
flare
his
with a.
head. 50 charges total.
Nice.
That's not a.
Oh, and it
That's,
doesn't. It
Doesn't
doesn't
recover.
recover charges. I see.
it's not a Quint thing.
He had just stolen it.
Does anybody else want it, or I guess CSB can have it?
You can install it. Use Blink can install it in him.
Can he put it in his head like
His
Yeah,
forehead.
take
Like
a
Vision?
Python and
Vision?
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
already got the circlet on. He has to
Tink,
put it
tink,
like on his
tink.
nose or something.
Like Rudolph?
To glow red.
Yeah, it's a very delicate process, and then I hold it up and just take a hammer and hammer it like into his, plating.
Oh, we have an artificer that can artifice it. Yeah.
Artifice. So I'm going to share the map to all of you. As you guys wander around, you get a feel for the layout of the town. So it's not just Tarion. But this is
What
the
time of
layout of
where's the
Sewell.
sun? What time of day is
Uh,
it?
It was midday when you arrived, and it's probably mid-afternoon right now, maybe 2, 3 in the afternoon. And you're told that 9, that big open area, is the Sultan's Square. And there's a lot of commerce that goes on there. And 10 is the Sultan's Palace. You guys are right kind of in between 14 and 15. And the area of 17, kind of that whole region, is a lot of little shops, more established buildings, and a few homes. So it's kind of a little bit of the more wealthy area, but there's shops kind of everywhere depending on what you're looking for, looking to buy.
Where'd we get robbed?
So you guys got robbed right over here. Your the gate you came in was down here, and then you got robbed in the middle of these houses as he took you through the maze of houses. You came out here to the open square where all of the traders were moving around, and then you wandered down here to 14, 15 to be right there. So that's what you've seen so far.
Blink, do you want to teach them that that's more of a stomach shape than a square?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, Quint wanted to go to see the grave robbers, so we'll head to the east.
Okay.
And since there's one on the map, that's where you got to start, isn't it? Isn't that how it works?
Sure. So you want to head over to number 1?
Well, that we're assuming that's Necropolis.
Yes.
Where's Necropolis?
The Necropolis is number 24.
That's where we're going. But we'll check out, see what number
Yes.
1 is. There's a sign over here. It's got a number 1 on it. I wonder what it says.
All right. As you pass by the buildings to the north, the number 1 area, are large. They look like funeral houses. You see a lot of them are open air because it gets really hot in the daytime. They don't want the walls enclosing them, so a lot of their work is done outside in the open air. And you see them embalming, wrapping people up into mummy shapes, corpses. And it looks like this may be where mortuary type activities go on. And to the south are a number of small houses. And there's a small footpath that leads southern to the south and towards the necropolis of Sewell over there. Let me pull up the map for that. All right, so you head towards the necropolis. This is the Let me just check on something real quick. Okay, so as you approach the necropolis, you see there is a wall that surrounds the necropolis. You guys are coming in at the western gate. I'm not going to share the map with you just quite yet because you don't really know the inside. But there are some pretty strong-looking gates that look like they're closed, but they're wide open right now. And just from the entrance looking in, you can see there are a lot of mausoleums. And there's a few buildings that have people kind of working in them. And then just to the north of the path, you see a large statue that looks kind of like a lion with a human head.
So, we
Uh,
need, so
oh,
we'll head toward the mausoleum. Is it an active, like a mortuary, or is it just a mausoleum with dead bodies in it?
You
Is
see
there
hundreds of
activity?
mausoleums from the entrance there. It's like a enormous, almost half a mile wide graveyard, and there are everything from giant tower mausoleums to lowly paupers' graves with just little stone headstones. However, just immediately into the gate to the south are a couple of buildings where you see humans working. And as you get close to the gate, you see a lady approach you, a human lady. Um, she's standing there looking kind of stately, middle aged, long black curly hair and streaked with gray. She's got these loose fitting sand colored robes and a wide white sash with slashes of lavender tied around her waist and an identically designed pashmina over her shoulders. Uh, she looks like that. And she comes up to you and greets you. Uh,
In what language?
what are you doing here?
Do I recognize the symbol on her head?
I'm gonna say no because there's nothing written in there, and I don't know what that symbol is just yet.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes. And what language
yes,
is
you
she
do
speaking?
recognize it. It's
It's Ra.
Anuakma.
Okay. And what language is she speaking?
She's speaking Nurian.
Okay. I will say, Sister of Narakma, we are have traveled far seeking information. Wonder if we would have a moment of your time. Do you know
Absolutely.
the? And I'll switch. I said, do you know the common northern tongues? And I will switch to common. Do
I
you know the
am I
tongue?
am familiar with common, yes. Many of the city are not, but we grave binders sometimes deal with outsiders in our job duties, and it is necessary. My family likes to travel, and knowing the common tongue, although it's not so common here, is beneficial.
So I'll introduce her to Quint. I'll say this is my friend, and this is the sister of Anakma. And I'll sort of step back and let him.
So
Bows
Quint
to you.
requests an audience somewhere we can discuss something in private.
Absolutely. Please join me as she walks towards one of the buildings where they're, working on some of them. She's come inside, out of the sun, and she leads you kind of to a back room. It's still kind of open, but the people are not near enough to. You don't think they can overhear you.
So Quint's going to explain their mission from uh, the queen. I don't have my notes handy. That he's that they're on a mission here to rescue someone, and they're seeking her assistance,
Or
or
someone
the Gravebinders.
is here? What assistance would you need from the Gravebinders? We know of no one from the north, the far
We
north.
we seek the ability we have heard of you to travel amongst the undead without being seen.
Huh. Um. hmm. Uh, much of much of what you speak is just rumors. We Gravebinders move around the Grand Necropolis, not with magic or trinkets, but because it is the law of this place. Something's changed in recent months, and these rules are not being as strictly adhered to. We are meant to be able to prepare those who have passed for the afterlife during the day before leaving the area to the undead to roam at night. However, something's been causing the dead to be more restless than usual, and despite our efforts, we've been unable to perform our duties. I'm not sure what we can do to assist you. Um, give me an insight check.
Hold on, I'm copying something real quick. Skills, insight. Ugh.
We are not without our own talents. Perhaps we might be able to help in return for the knowledge we seek.
She pauses for a moment, and you think she's weighing her options and kind of judging your intentions. And she says after a moment, "While it is true, we Gravebinders do not pass as easily amongst the dead as you had hoped. I am aware of where information such as you are looking for may be found. Believe. My family has long possessed a book containing many secrets of the undead. My predecessors and I have found it to be of limited help here in the necropolis, and it has gone unused for generations. You are able to restore order here in the necropolis by discovering and destroying the root of the problem so that we may once again lay our dead to rest. I would part with this book."
Do you know the source of this evil? Of the undead's unrest?
Perhaps it is restless spirits. Perhaps some greater fiend has gained control of the unquiet dead. I'm afraid if I knew the cause, I would have taken greater steps to correct it. Any assistance you can provide will be most helpful.
Have you heard of a Gravebinder by the name of Hayete? I don't know how to say it.
Ah, you speak with an accent. Hidyati. What a stroke of luck. My name is Farah Hidyati. Where did you hear this name?
Hmm. Who told us that?
Trehild Shardspike.
Yeah.
The dwarven lady who talked like she had a smoker's.
I'll tell her the city name. We heard it in a city far away.
Oh, you speak of my grandfather. My grandfather traveled to meet the dwarves in the cantons many, many, many years ago. Uh, it was he that stressed the importance of communicating with the outside world, and it was through his influence that all of us were forced to learn common.
And was it he who collected this book?
No, this book has been in my family for generations. Maybe not as old as the dwarf of whom you speak, but this the book has been with my family for long before my grandfather's time.
What specifically do you wish to show us about this undead problem?
If I knew what the cause of the problem was, I would have taken steps to correct it. I simply don't know what the cause is. The undead are coming out during the day. They are restless. They are attacking those that uh, would normally be left alone. Uh, for example, Golemish, our resident gravedigger. He may know more about what goes on. He knows more about what happens here in this necropolis. But I'm afraid even recent events have him being rather reclusive. You could pay him a visit. If Shafika Shiham were here, she might be of assistance, but I'm afraid it seems she has abandoned us, at least for now. Her brood might be able to provide some information, but I advise bringing an offering of fresh meat before approaching them.
You say brood. This makes her a lion of sorts.
She points her finger over to that large, you see across the way in the distance, that large statue, and next to it a large tower. Yes, the brood of Sphinx uh, are one of the few non-undead that have taken residence in this city, or city of the dead. They are powerful, but she seems to be away, at least for now. But as
Where's
I
this
said,
grave digger?
ah,
Groundskeeper?
Golemish. Um, his home sits against the Sun Gate on the eastern wall of the necropolis.
Over
Shafika is
there.
the matriarch of the Sphinxes.
And is there a place that we can set up camp or shop?
There are many places that you might rest in town. I could recommend one, if if you would like.
Some place that our things won't get stolen again, please.
Ah,
Do you
uh,
have things left to steal?
Uh, yes. He's got his weapons and stuff.
she recommends to you um, that you go to a tavern. If you're looking at the map, it's located in that area 17, and she gives you directions on how to find it. There is a lovely little tavern that she has frequented called the Six Humped Camel Tavern. And it says you will know it by its sign, and she kind of draws it out for you.
The sixth hump camel.
Blink says that camel has 5 humps.
Okay,
It's
camels can't count.
its head is also full of water. It's
When it drinks too much, its stomach hangs down and makes another hump. So she recommends that you go to there if you need to rest up. She doesn't, while she would like the issue with the necropolis resolved, she's in no particular hurry. The urgency is all on your end.
Mm, is there any areas that are normally restricted or off limits that we may need to investigate?
usually the denizens of the various tombs are what keep people away. When night falls, the city, the necropolis, is run with undead. Grave robbers do not usually survive. So there is very little in the way of security. The grave digger is generally left alone, Golemish. Uh, if you wish to go and interact with him, he might be a little shy right now, but he's very effective at his job.
Are there any rules for if we're doing some investigating and we're attacked by the undead? Can we defend ourselves?
Certainly. Are you not familiar with the law of the necropolis?
Correct. This is our first time here, first time caller,
Gotcha.
long time listener.
The law of the necropolis is simple. Under the sun, the living reign, and may make whatever arrangements that they will. After night falls, though, the spirits, ghouls, and vampires hold their own court, and any living that dare enter are their fair prey. At night, the grand necropolis becomes a true city of the dead. Ghouls crawl from their burrows, vampires emerge from their crypts, and mummies shuffle from their tombs to see to their interests and take part in a weird mockery of living civilization. The lords of the dead levy fines and enact harsher punishments on those that break their laws.
You say this is the law of the necropolis. Is this like magically enforced somehow?
It is enforced only through the power of the undead that rule. The vampires, vampire lords, mummy lords, and other stranger, darker creatures. If I were to give you advice on a place to avoid, I would probably avoid the Caliph's tomb.
How soon before dusk?
Oh, sun doesn't fall here until maybe 9 p.m. So you've got another 5 hours.
We should talk to the
However,
gravedigger while we're
you do
here.
appear to be dusty and travel weary.
Well, isn't
No, I
Come
always
back in
look
the
like
morning.
this.
isn't it
Yeah, I think we should chat with the gravedigger and then come back to tackle this in the morning instead of risk running into nighttime here.
nighttime ain't no time to be talking no gravedigger.
All right.
So
So
I'll thank her.
all right.
He's
This
our
is
leader. We gotta listen to him.
the grave digger. We are here at the west gate. The grave digger is at the east gate. Do you proceed through then?
Yes.
I will share that map with you so you can kind of get a rough overview. Also slightly stomach shaped.
More like Patrick from
Yeah, but it's
SpongeBob.
not called the Square Necropolis.
That's true.
It's really more of an amoeba than a stomach.
It could be
That's
a
true.
starfish. A fat
Yeah,
one.
a starfish with some of his arms chopped off.
Yeah, but the Sultan's amoeba just doesn't have like that ring to it.
The necropolis of amoeba.
Yeah. Sultan's gallbladder.
There's a lot of buried people here.
These pillars are really quiet.
Hall of the Gravebinders. So we gotta go all the way over to this gate.
All the way across to this gate.
So like,
Yep.
Okay.
like 2 clicks. No, like
Yeah, it's
5
about
clicks.
2,500 feet. So it's about half a mile.
2.5 clicks. Almost the maximum range of the 50 caliber sniper rifle.
As we pass by Caliph's tomb, I'm going to look at it and see if I can get a little recon as we're walking by.
Okay. It looks ominous, and there is a sense of dread just emanating from it. You're not sure what is in there, but you think it's something bad.
Does it have
Really
foreshadows?
bad.
Is it red to us? Like, or is it even like purple? Like,
Yeah, it's like black to you.
it's black. It's like another
Beyond
zone.
red.
You have to zone out and then zone in somewhere else. You're screwed.
I'm just seeing what happens as you walk through. And
She did say they were wandering around during the day, so we will be, or I will be, alert.
Hence
We'll
why
be
he's
to
rolling a
alerts.
random encounter D20. We know what he's
that's
doing. I can see his
exactly
shadow.
why I'm doing that.
I can see the shadow. I want to know what this little lake is over here. Is it a swimming hole? Is it?
It's holy water.
So it's a blue tarp on a house. It's South Florida.
All right, here we go.
It's the water hazard.
Right. I was thinking it was the Ghoul tide pool where you can, in Lazy River, they get a little Lazy River through it.
Pull him onto a map.
The vampires
you
don't
all
like it, running water and all.
onto the map. Share the map with you. You guys are wandering through. You see a number of mausoleums. And it looks like some commoner graves as you guys are wandering on the path. And as you are doing that, let's roll for initiative as something walks around the corner of one of the mausoleums, and it starts shuffling towards you. It looks kind of like this.
Lovely.
I think he has some
Yes.
kind of like elephantitis disease. That doesn't look like a
Missing a boot.
normal.
Mild skin
Yeah.
condition.
A little bit of eczema.
All right, so starting us off, Quint, you get to react first. Nobody's surprised. Let me put it to where you can see it. So it's coming around that little mausoleum there.
How come I can't see him?
Because I got to click that. I swear I've used fantasy grants before. Can you see him now?
Yeah, I had to wiggle my token a little. So Quint is going to fire a distracting shot off on him.
Just don't target yourself.
Oh yeah. With his bow, let me see if I hit. Wait, what does distracting shot do again? As an action, make a single attack with your bow. Okay, let me go ahead and do that. Of course. Okay. And then he's gonna move over here and say, where's the cannon?
Oh, yeah, cannon's not there.
Oh, as an
Alright, so
action,
I'm
make
going
a
to-
single attack with your bow. You unintentionally miss your target, but give an ally the chance to attack while it's distracted. So I guess I have to miss. Nice.
You forcibly miss, yeah.
Yeah, there's an effect too. Let me get it. Oops. I know how to move the map. Why can't I see this guy anymore?
Vision?
Yeah, it's the Natchurcher
No,
guy.
it should be daytime. I think it's
Yeah.
the light daytime,
There.
so I'm gonna do that. Is that better?
Oh, it's daytime.
Oh yeah, it's still like 3 in the afternoon.
I thought Necropolis we might get lucky and it'd be like dark, but no.
You want it to wait till dark?
No.
We can wait till dark.
What quite might.
So
We'll
I'll
roll on a
pull up
different table for that.
Justice, blast down this thing, wait for the cannon.
All right. So this thing starts wandering towards you and groaning and making all kinds of nasty noises. What's its speed? And he's going to take the dash action and get right in between all of you.
Oh, he's one of those fast zombies.
Yeah.
World War Z.
And as he gets near you, this smell just kind of overtakes you, and you feel like you're gonna hurl. It's foul.
They should have my aura thing, right? Yeah, that's automatic. There
Yep,
it is.
that's
Okay.
automatic.
And is that considered magic?
Bad breath? Could be.
No, it's just a trait. How do I?
I can
should
never
be able
remember
to-
the wording of this. It says against spells cast by undead creatures. Okay, so it's not.
He's coding stuff as we go.
Yep. I needed to add that real quick. Just make sure it gets added to you all. Okay, yeah. Blink, you're up. As
Okay.
you are right next to it.
Yeah. So does anything happen? That's
Not
No.
yet.
Oh, okay. All right. So Blink is pulls out his tools so that next turn he can summon the cannon. And can I this is gonna come into effect in a couple turns. Can I use my inspiration to get advantage on my initiative roll?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to apply that.
So before
if
we
I
do the
just-
last turn, I'll tell you to use advantage.
Okay, yeah,
Click
I'll just
advantage.
click advantage and hopefully it'll work.
It should.
All right.
I think isn't there advantage initiative? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Add the
ADV,
just add the
I,
Oh, okay.
and IT.
Oh, there's an effect. Yeah, I can
Got
I
it.
can find it. Oh, you got it. All right. That's even easier. Perfect. Then that's it. So the cannon will come out next turn.
Okay, customer support bot is going to hit this guy a couple times with his glaive.
All right. Hold on one second. Oh. Okay.
Didn't
He's
happen.
been rolling lots of ones today. Tyrion never has to put up with that.
Yeah, you notice you having a hard time swinging towards this guy. You missed the first one, but the second one you stab into it as this pustules just kind of tear apart and ooze and splatter all over your glaive.
Pustules.
Gross. Well, CSB
Ugh.
doesn't care. Tyrion says gross.
It's like mashed potatoes.
Tyrion's up next. All right, Tyrion's gonna try hitting him a couple times.
Arian is also having severe difficulty just getting over it internally to try and attack this thing. But he hits.
And he says ew and is like, I'm gonna have to burn my sword after this. He better not touch me.
Yes. That's perfect. So I will summon the cannon.
Okay.
Just yeah, if you want to drop it on there, I can figure out where I want to put it. I guess it doesn't matter. Probably, yeah. Just yeah, perfect. That's good. And then let's have it give out some temporary hit points. And then I'll be done.
We're back to CSB already, so it didn't give me a chance to try to decide something different to do with him. So he's just gonna use his glaive again.
All right. Why is he doing? What effect does he have?
I was just trying to figure that out.
He still has his Mace of Disruption on. He does not have that.
Oh, okay.
Because that was in his bag of holding. As well as his Ring of Swimming.
His ring of swimming was in his bag of holding. That's a weird spot to have a ring of swimming. You should have it on your
He
finger.
had something else on. Yeah, it was in his inventory. That's where it was listed.
I think he had a ring of jumping or
So-
something, didn't he? Oh,
Didn't get that natural 20.
Nope.
All right, so I don't like. So in my study of my book of the undead, do I recognize this? My book of
Give
undead
me
facts,
a religion check.
because it looks very explodey.
explodey.
Nope, you never came across this one.
Pustule is a clue that it might be explodey. Pustules.
All right, so I'm going to slash edit.
Slash edit. Sounds like
That's a hit.
a code command. A slash edit.
There you go.
Hit, but lost the critical.
Oh, so I failed as well. I'm at disadvantage.
It's not a saving throw.
And I'm going to move back.
Okay. He's going to take his attack of opportunity against you.
I will allow it.
Oh, CSB has Sentinel, so
That's fine. Why does he have disadvantage on you?
Because I'm awesome. I don't see anything on me that is causing it.
it's a
Is it
sentinel
daylight?
listed.
Does he have daylight sensitivity?
No, he doesn't.
Is he prone?
No.
Maybe his lips fell off and he can't bite right.
That's weird. That should have hit. So he does hit you with that. He has a yeah, 16 plus 8. So he bites you as you try to leave and takes a chunk out of your shoulder, doing 21 points of damage.
Ow.
You feel your hit points being drained. As that should have. Did that not apply?
I saw hit points change.
What was your normal max hit points?
73?
73.
Okay. All right. As you move over there.
Let's move further into the graveyard. It's a good idea.
Yeah, he can get cover.
I can hide behind these tombstones. The undead's chasing me.
All right, Tyrion, hold on just one second. I'm not quite done with Sertegas as he makes a saving throw.
Late to use my inspiration.
Oh, I can roll it again if you want to use it. I just grabbed it. I should have said so.
Yes.
You want to use that? Okay. Let me roll it on you again.
It's even worse.
Failed
Okay.
a second time. Okay.
Hopefully it's a disease and you're immune. That's what we're hoping.
Okay. Are you immune to disease?
Yes.
Okay, then nothing.
All right.
You were almost infected with grave pox, but you weren't.
He's like, the blade of Sif shall protect me.
The what do you call it? Antiseptic of Sif.
Yes.
All right, Tyrion.
All right. So Tyrion is going if got over being grossed out to the so now he's angry and so he's gonna rage. And he's gonna try to hit him with his short sword because that's this thing he knows how to do best, even though he fails.
All right, he hits.
Quint is gonna back up a little and shoot his bow at the Nezzer Cracker guy, squinting and doing some kind of trick shot as he shoots it. Yeah.
Okay. Does a backflip? Is he?
Yeah. Uh, oh, he hits. So somehow his trick shot turns into a crit.
Well, yeah, disadvantage because he's in the sun.
Yeah, and if I use a trick shot as disadvantage and I do hit, I get a crit. But I don't get sneak attack, but it's still a crit.
Okay. Yep.
So there it is. 13 points.
Very good. All right, and he gets to go. So his first target wandered away. So he's going to turn around and start smashing on Tyrion. And he first slams him with his fist. Tries to smash through him, hits him with his fist, pounding into him. And then smashing again. Rolling a crit.
Ouch.
Punishing him.
4 points.
Wait, is he still raging?
He just,
He just
started
started.
raging.
That's
didn't he?
right. Gotcha. And then he reaches over and bites you, and he does hit you. And we'll do that.
Ah.
You
Uh-oh.
fail your saving throw. Did you want to use your inspiration on that?
Yeah.
I should ask
I
before.
do. Yeah, sorry.
And roll that
Well,
again for you.
I should have said.
You failed anyway. So you're gonna take some damage, Cherry, and we're gonna drop you down.
Tyrion gets all the worst stuff. I swear.
He does. And
I liked when he dove into the gelatinous cube, though. That was the best.
I mean, that was his fault, not, just random like this.
with that, we are gonna end while I apply the effect to Tyrion. But we're a little over time, but that's where we'll wrap it up today.
We had a dramatic pause in the middle, right at break. So,
Yes.
this is the end of session 47, part 2. And so that's it. We're out of here. We're gonna say goodnight, and we're gonna get the flying farts out of here. But if you've been watching, we appreciate it. And if you're not a follower, hit the follow button, and you can watch us again. But tomorrow night I will be DMing over on Rob's channel at 9. That's over at Rob2E's channel. I'll be DMing a couple of these guys are players. And Sunday, All Things Fantasy Grounds talk show I co-host, so and that's at 9. And then Tuesday on my channel, we'll be doing Under Siege, Waterdeep Under Siege. So, and then we'll be doing Juggles of Cholt on Friday. But in 2 weeks, December 9th, I think it is. Are you guys all available? Let's do this again. Yeah, yeah. 2 more weeks. Cool. So if you only follow this one, because there's a lot of people that do. There's like 50 views higher on this game than all my other ones. So
Wow.
it's yeah, Empire of the Ghouls, I think maybe, or maybe it's just because I'm not DMing. That's probably what it is.
Probably just not Forgotten Realms.
Not
People want something different.
mainstream Wizards
Not
of the
Wizards
Coast.
of the Coast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. There's a big following. Like Cobalt Press people are like kind of like Mac people or Subaru people. They always keep a Mac or a Subaru. There's just those kind of people out there. All right, let's get out of here. Say goodnight. Goodbye. Good night.